It's the Short Bus Saturday. It's the Short Bus Saturday. It's the Short Bus Saturday. Short Bus Saturday. It's the Short Bus Saturday. It's the Short Bus Saturday. It's the Short Bus Saturday. Short Bus Saturday.
Yo, 1 2 1 2. Check. What's good, everybody, man? I'm GG, man. You tune in to the Green Gorilla channel. It's the place where black men can express themselves freely, straight up with no chasers, bruh. And before I get things started, like I always do, man, I want to give a shout out to all the members of the Green Gorilla channel, man. But also, I want to give a shout out to all the haters out there. What's cracking? If you're just not coming in, man, make sure to
share the damn video, bitch.
Yeah, share the video, man. You know what I'm saying? Share, like, subscribe, man. Also, I'm kind of apologetic, man, for me shifting the time, man. I'm kind of all over the place right now, but it's all to the good, man. So thank you all for the people who support the Green Gorilla channel on an ongoing basis, man. People like Mackenzie Mayweather, Hassel Adeb, Mrs. K.P. Bailey, Dr. Tiasan Johnson, Michael Ross, Raiz Moorji, Kalonja Kala, Blacksword 404, Jazztech, David White, Volcanus, Sherlin Woe, and Salty Balls. Big up, man. Shout out to Anthony Allen, Path Guy 74, Seven Coast Dojo, Artisan MC, Psychology Sorcery, Roderick Jackson, Yisrael Malachi, Daniel, Damian H, Charles Rogers, and Devon Love Ridge. Big up, man. Shout out to Dub Wheel, Red Falls Black, Intuit, Binga, Gerard Shelton, Zanco 1, Cornelius Bellamy, Mike Johnston, Wild Bear 50, Sun Ra 44, and Barnolis. Big up. Shout out to BGS Hibmore, Lock Vegas, Passport OG, Rasheed Barnes, Leon 008, Mr. Good Dad, Third Coast X, 63rd Samurai, Ishmael Shamad, The Watcher, and Kill the Game. Big up, man. Big up to Dr. Thunder, Jason Hills, Charles Finney, Interesting Thought, The Silent Warrior, Naomi Gary, The Black Toxic Masculinist, Seek Truth, Larry R, Seth Sun, and Afro Troop TV. Big up. Shout out to Show Me, Spain Man, I'm Just Jules, Ricky Dawson, True 7360, Mr. Me Too, Call for President, The Builder's Table, AKs and Curtains, H-Town, and Adrian Thomas. Big up, man. Shout out to Pete Rock 496, Aaron P, Vince Lindsay, Quiz the Poet, Black Wizard 80OS, Troy Warren, Alan Wiley, The Face, AI Apostle, man. Big up. I don't know if I missed it or not, but shout out to Adrian Thomas, man. Big up. Big up to Adam, Ignatz Mouse, Dr. Tree 33, 77, Base X, Brian McMurray, Karen S, Charles Gilmore 3, Greg, Barry Little, Mr. Valentino, Dr. Rock, and Mark Swift. Big up. Shout out Coach DC, Mr. Blue Collar, TD Media Group, Drew Main, Mr. Heat, Ibmore, Sir Anthony, MLR, Universal 178, DH, and A Double. Big up to y'all, man. Thank you so much for your support. And for the growing list of people who support me on Patreon, man, Mark Holt, James Willis, Tino Taylor, Derek Robinson, Jeff R., Audrey Harris, Ilias, Sleeping Olmex, Dr. Tiasan Johnson, Chittabim Amari, Frank Black, Robert Ricks, Chris Flowers, Christopher Burton, Daxby the Tetrahedron, Jay Live, Keith Bass Jr., Nick, Uda Arenda, Albert C., Dr. Ben Vincent, Waffle Weave, Darnell Smith, Excalibur, Pursuer Prisoner, Taz, Dragon 59, Jay Bailey, Momal, and Asangwa, man. Big up to y'all, man. And I can't forget the brethren, man. Forrest Windu, David Carroll, and Kevin Samuels, man. Big up, man. Y'all deserve a round of applause, man. Thank you so much for supporting the Green Gorilla channel over these months, man. You know, I've been kind of absent, but, you know, thank you for the support, man. Appreciate it. And if you want to support the Green Gorilla channel on an ongoing basis on YouTube, here's how you do it, man. What's good, everybody? I'm the G with a PhD, and you're tuned in to the Green Gorilla channel, the place where black men can express themselves freely. Straight up, no chaser. Today, I want to introduce you to my new membership program that consists of 5 levels where you can invest in the Green Gorilla channel on a monthly basis and receive level-specific perks. Memberships are special because they improve the quality of the content of the channel and will help me to be able to keep the channel going. Now, to participate in the Green Gorilla channel membership program, all you have to do is hit the join button, which is located right next to the subscribe button on my channel page. Now, for all of my subscribers who decide not to participate in my membership program, nothing will change. The content will keep coming the way it always has. Thanks for watching, and be careful out here, people. Bless. All right, man, we back. You know who I am, man. I'm GG. You tuned in to the Green Gorilla channel, man. And, of course, as always, man, I got my boy with me, man. His name is BGS. What's cracking, man?
Hey, Doc, what's happening?
What's going on with you? How are you doing this morning for you, I guess, right?
Man, a miserable day, man. It's raining.
Oh, shit. It never rains in Southern California.
Yeah, except the grass loves it, though.
Yeah, man. It's got to, you know, you need that rain, man. You need that March rain.
We do. We do.
And it's dry in California as well, man. You know, so
Yeah. We got our our reservoirs are filled now. Okay, after all this rain.
It's been raining how long? How many hours has it been raining?
I mean, it's been on and off for like the last month and a half. So
Oh, really? Okay, you really getting it then, huh?
we're getting it in, man.
Uncharacteristic though, huh?
We had like a 7-year drought, man, with almost no rain, and all of a sudden, we get this outpouring.
That's a blessing, man.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? It might be inconvenient, I mean, in terms of you getting around or you kind of uncomfortable about it, but hey, man, that's to the good right there.
You don't want to see LA drivers when it rains, man. You don't.
Shit, man.
It's like being in the loo in the snow time. When ice with black ice out there, man.
Right. But there's nothing worse than seeing people in Texas drive in the snow, man. Oh my God, man. I saw people doing the dumbest shit I've ever seen, man. I'm like, bro, I can't even like, I couldn't even imagine it. I'm sitting there looking at these people do the dumbest shit. Like, if you see 7 cars piled up, man,
Yeah.
but you think you can do it? You think you can get up the hill?
Yeah.
All you're gonna do is add to the piled up, man. I'm like, man, come on, man.
What did they say? FAFO?
Man. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But anyway, man, having said all that, man, let's get into these shorts, man. That's what we came here to do. And it's really a precursor for what we're about to do a little bit later on, man, which is go to the Patreon page and watch do a watch party, basically. Essentially, that's what we're doing, man. So I'm going to leave a link to what we're doing a little bit later on. If you want to join, this is how you do so. That's how you do it, man.
Yeah, somebody just asked me about it. A couple of people asked me about the Wheel of Time. So, be just going to review the Wheel of Time. So, I already did it. Go to Gigi's Patreon. Okay, it's right up there.
Ain't that crazy, man?
The whole first season. Yep.
The whole first season. And I'm down with doing the second season. I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a break. That's a lot to consume at one time, just back to back to back to back. Now, I'm down with doing it. I actually like fantasy, okay? Some people don't like that. It's not their shtick. But I would assume that a lot of people in this space are like science fiction fans or fantasy fans. I would assume that that's the case.
Yeah, I'm a sci-fi fan.
Yeah, and I did go see Dune this week.
Okay. And from what I've heard about his interviews, he pretty much sticks as faithfully to the book as he can. So.
Yeah, man, I went to go see Dune, and of course I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm somebody who's watched the first movie. Okay. I haven't read the book. However, I pretty much know, what the overall plot structure is of the first 2 installments.
Frank Herbert was a Mason, so he's a Gnostic, so he uses a lot of Gnostic themes in his work, in his books, and probably it bleeds out into the movies too.
Oh, he the Illuminati, man.
Yeah, he's an Illuminati, yes sir.
The Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
like the female Ben Gesserit are actually Catholic.
Oh, really?
Really Catholic nuns. Okay.
Really?
For the most part, they took over. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I see a lot of parallels between Islam and especially the author's interpretation of this new picture. But also for those people who aren't aware, George Lucas just kind of ripped off Dune.
It was several things. He actually admits it that he's borrowed from several different things. So, it's between samurai being the samurai tradition in Japan and Dune.
Yeah. So, but I'm a big fan of both. Right now, of course, in popular culture, Star Wars is like the leader. But don't sleep on Dune, man. Don't sleep on Dune. A lot of white folks are really pissed off about Dune right now. They think it's DEI to the core, like it's wokeism,
I mean, if they've read the books, Frank Herbert has always had very strong female characters in his books, and basically, what's his name's mother is a heroine. She's a heroine in the picture, you know. After his
Right.
mother
Yeah.
died. So yeah, so he's always had very strong female characters in his books. That he wrote these books back in the '60s. So
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, also don't want to, especially in a space like this, they do not want to see any strong strong female characters at all.
yeah, well, Dune is the wrong book then, the wrong series, because you're gonna see it.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is not to have, in my viewpoint, is not to have any strong female presences at all, but like the right kind of strong female presences was desired. I would assume.
Yeah.
But some guys are so butthurt, man, and they cry so fucking much about chicks that they can't see that a certain kind of chick is needed or a woman is needed.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But anyway, man, having said all that, man, speaking of that, man, let's get to these shorts, man. So I don't know if it's playing right now. I assume that it is.
Yeah.
My dad told me how much he pays you in child support, and he showed me. I just don't understand how my dad pays $1,900 in child support. When I ask for something, you say no. Also, you use the money my dad sends to take care of me to spend on Aaron and Jess. When I ask for something, it's always a problem, and you threaten to take my phone away when I do anything you don't like. If it wasn't for me being here, she misses some words, and my dad paying, you couldn't afford to keep the house. I do love you, but I feel like you take advantage of having me here. I'd rather live with my dad, and I just want you to know for it to happen without making a big issue. I don't think it's right. I don't benefit from my dad's child support, yet you spend it.
That's why I hold my sisters responsible, because they knew they ain't have nothing before they brought that baby in this world.
Yeah, well, facts. We both know how that rolls. Basically, that money is her money.
That's pretty much. I mean, she uses it at her discretion.
At her discretion, yeah.
And the child. I mean, but you got to think, man. Damn, your father paying $1,900 a month, man.
Hell, he must have a damn good job.
$1,900 a month. And
child.
that's a girl speaking, I would assume, because it sounds like it's a girl saying, look, my dad is spending $1,900 a month. When I ask you for something, you tell me that you don't have enough for it.
Mm-hmm.
But my brothers
benefit.
They benefit from this arrangement. I want to go live with my dad. Now, the question is whether or not the little girl is being selfish or the man is being selfish. I mean, the mom is being selfish. Who's being selfish here?
Damn, that's a good question. Well, I'm sure the little girl's being selfish because she wanted something, and I'm sure her mom told her that they didn't have the money to get it, and she probably told her, you know what they do, man. We've been in this position, okay? You don't got to go ask your dad, okay?
Oh man,
and you heard that before, right? So she says, well, your dad's got money. Why don't you go ask him, because he's not here taking care of you, right? So she's gonna go and she's gonna present this problem to her dad, because the only reason her dad would show her how much money he pays in child support is because she brought it up.
Right. And not only that, the mom probably was like, look, you want some extra? Go ask your daddy or something. And mothers, sometimes they get to the point where you don't like my rules, go stay with your daddy then.
Yeah.
I've heard that said, which of course they don't mean it, because that would kind of, especially if the woman's receiving support, that would put an end to the gravy train. Yeah. And of course we don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that.
Can't get rid of the gravy train. But like the guys in the the chat are like saying like $1,900 silk the chocolate, like he must be paying for 4 kids.
Yeah. Basically, it depends on what state you're in. Basically, if you're balling, then they're gonna charge you.
I'm like, man. But look, here's let me read this from Leon 008. He says, women cannot go beyond the traditional Victorian woman. She can't fly. And if she does, she is flying home them groceries and cleaning supply. Well, I mean, that's what a lot of guys, in the red pill space, think that the women ought to occupy just positions of subservience. You know what I'm saying? And look, that's on y'all, man. I mean, the only thing I ask for, my biggest problem with women is that they want all of the boons of distributive justice.
Yes.
But they don't want to take on the burdens of retributive justice. Mm-hmm. They don't want retribution for their wrongdoing. And they don't want to take on the same kind of burdens that men take on. That's painfully fucking clear.
No, they do not. No.
Okay? They don't want to take on the same burdens as men. Now, that's my issue. Like, you can't enjoy the boons and then all of a sudden say, I don't want to take on any of the burdens. But, I mean, the largest issue really actually is that they feel burdened by motherhood itself. They feel burdened by following traditional female roles in and of itself.
Okay.
As if there are no correspondent male roles that are also burdensome. I mean, think about this shit, man. Who goes off and dies in wars primarily? It's men.
It's men, yeah, like 99%.
Who takes on the most dangerous and undesirable jobs in the population?
Yeah, it's men, like 95%.
Who is, when the shit hits the fan and the rubber has to meet the road, who is out there who's expected to make sacrifices?
Yeah, you're expected to die. Okay.
You're expected to spend money and exhaust your resources and potentially die in order to protect people who are perceived to be, either exalted above you, like a queen, or like a queen bee or queen ant. I don't fucking know. But they're supposed to live before you live. They're supposed to persist before you do.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when women have it screwed up, because you're a father just like me, the woman's role, the reason you take care of the woman is so that she can take care of your offspring. Okay, without your offspring, a woman's role doesn't mean very much. Okay.
Hey, I won't say anything. I'll just give you a bomb on that.
That's why I feel that my ex, she couldn't understand it, right? Like, how come you don't love me like you love your children? I said, the reason I have you, I love you, but the reason I have you is for my children. Okay, you're their mother. Okay, and I take care of my children through you. Okay. So in other words, if they weren't there, if they weren't there, I wouldn't be taking care of your ass. You know that, don't you?
Oh, that's that nerve right there. You hit a nerve right there. That's that nerve. She wanted to burn your ass.
Oh yeah. Like Dr. Neal says, take off them Gucci boots, baby. Take off them Gucci boots, okay?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I as soon as he said it, as soon as they read it, I know exactly what happened. Okay, mom's using his money to actually fund a lifestyle for her and her children. No problem with that. But the thing is, you want to go ask him for extra money, is because your daughter wants something, and the first thing you say, go ask your daddy. She go ask him, say, look, I already give you damn near $2,000 a month, okay, for you, just for you. That's your money. I already give you your money. Go ask your mother where your money is. And that's what she proposed to her mother.
And that creates tension. Like, I mean, women don't want to admit this shit, but having kids from different men creates a tension amongst the children in some instances. Not all.
Yeah.
Okay. But in an instance like this, where, one child knows that her father is providing the lion's share of the resources, but that those resources have to be distributed to all of the children, that creates friction, okay? Especially if the child wants something and the mother's crying as if she doesn't have the resources to provide it for her.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She could have. The mother could have at least picked up the phone and talked to dad. Say, hey, you know what? It's tight right now. I know what I appreciate what you give me, but your daughter wants something. I just want to know, could you? And 9 times out of 10, we fathers, you know what? To keep to keep the flag down. I'll see what I can do. Okay. But
You know, they used to say, man, the old folks from the South, you can catch more flies with sugar than you can with vinegar.
you sure can.
But God damn it, man, nowadays, man, it's people just, if you got your ass on your shoulders,
Ladies is pimps too. Go on, brush your shoulders off.
oh man, you know what I'm saying? If you a boss, a bitch, and you be goddamn if I ever bow down to kowtow or show any kind of deference or cater to any man in any kind of way.
Yeah. I don't know where that attitude gets from. Most men, I'm not saying all, most men like to keep things peaceable, and they will, if they will bend to keep things content and peaceable, because they don't want the, if you cause friction in her daughter's life, it's gonna cause friction in his life. He's willing to actually spend extra few dollars to keep that shit down, as long as it doesn't go too far. But she didn't do that because she felt she didn't have the right. She felt she had the right to say what she had to say.
This is what happens, man. And my viewpoint on this is very clear. It's simple as well. At the current moment, women have pitched a bitch for men being in control of the family. So they call it patriarchy, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Even the idea that men are to be the leaders and to govern and things of this nature, okay? They've pitched a bitch about it, okay? Why should he have arbitrary power, whereas I do not, okay? But you flip the script and you give women arbitrary power, and then you make men pay without having any influence in the context of the family unit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them fucking complaining about it. If men aren't running it, who's running it by default?
Yep.
But there's no issue with that shit. No problem whatsoever. There's no pushback. No, this is not fair to men. We ought to be co-regents in terms of family, decision making. You never hear that shit. All you hear is pay. You fucked me. I popped out one of these little Negroes or, white pink babies, whatever. I popped one out. You got to pay.
Yeah. Yep.
And this is why guys are saying fuck child support. They're not really, I don't think that essentially they're saying fuck children or having to take care of children. I don't think that that's the case. I think that what they're arguing is that don't make me pay for a child and I have no say so. I have no governance or capacity or ability to influence the character of that child,
right?
As a father should. You've just basically turned me into an ATM machine.
Yeah. It turned you ATM. It turned you into a serf. That's because that's what you are, and she's the landlord. Okay.
Man, good Lord, today, man, that hurts, man.
You're a serf, man.
That hurts.
You work 3 days for her. 3 days for yourself, and you take 1 day off.
That's indentured servitude, man. It is. At least in indentured servitude, you had 7 years to work your debt off.
What is 18 years?
Boy, you got 18 years to work this debt off, man. How you like that?
I ain't say she a gold digger.
Man. But to even have a discussion about these issues, there are some people who are on the woke side of the equation, and they're like, well, that's just misogyny. I just disagree with that, man. Every critique of systemic injustices that men suffer from women is not misogyny, okay? It's just it's an honest critique about men and their experiences. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. But anyway, let's move on, man, because we only got like 30 minutes to get to the rest of this shit. But that touched the nerve, okay?
Lord Jesus, fathers instill discipline in their sons. Fathers instill chastity in their daughters. Money don't raise no goddamn boy. Money can't teach a man how to be a man. Money can't teach your daughter how not to be a hoe. See, that's the problem with y'all women. Y'all motherfuckers want a paycheck for a nigga to be your goddamn daddy. That's why you and your goddamn badass delinquent, goddamn criminally insane son gonna be back at the pocket.
Daddy, I I do what I gotta do. But I'm telling you right now, when that money is not there, that's a whole nother struggle, baby.
What we talking about though is the money cannot take your child to his first day of school and pick him up. The money cannot teach this young man how to dribble a basketball. The money is not going to show him. Hold on. The money's not going to show him how to ride his bike. You got to understand, the money is there to provide for material things that they need. But a kid needs a.
I'm gonna take the lead on this one. Look, this is the same argument that Shahrazad Ali made 30 fucking years ago. I mean, and ultimately what she said is, look, yeah, I mean, for the most part, men are, you know, perceived as being providers. But a lot of you women just want fucking checks. Like, you're forgetting what the presence of a man has in terms of impact on the development of a child. You're acting like it doesn't even fucking matter anymore. Okay? Men are obsolete to a lot of women. They just don't feel like it's necessary for a man to be in the house at all. Okay? And, you know, these guys are kind of like picking up on the idea that there's more value added than just money and resources. There's, you know, characterological impacts that the presence of fathers can have over the lives of their children. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what did they say that that's special in 1986 when it said when those young Gen X women having babies, and she said, "I didn't have a father. I don't think a father figure is important."
Let me see if I can pull that up. Hold on. Let me see this. Let me remove this right quick. I can always add it back. Yeah. Let me see if I can get this pulled.
I know you remember. I know you remember that that's special. She said, it, and it's not new.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility. And then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
Yeah, straight from the slave factory, you know, from the slave fields. Okay, that's what women said. Basically, the mother was put in charge of the home, and basically, a man was always extra. You know, in other words, I'm in charge of the family. I take responsibility for the family, and a man is not. He's an addition to. So if he comes, I have to take care of him too. That's the way they feel.
And this is the 70s, okay? This ain't like the 2020s and, you know, shit like that. We talking about the 70s.
80s, yeah. 70s,
right, the early 80s, late 70s. And it's already been entrenched in the culture.
Yeah.
You know, like you're a non-factor, Negro. Yeah, I mean, it's a fact, man.
Yeah.
And so, like, what are men supposed to feel if that's how they're treated in the context of family life?
You're not supposed to feel. You're supposed to do and serve.
This is what these women are telling us.
Yeah.
You are a non-mother-factor, bitch.
That's what they're telling us, man.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's just a little comic relief, man. Let's push on to another one though, because we don't want to get jammed up to the point where we can't, you know, get most of what we need to get in. But
I mean,
These women really don't think that men actually have anything critical to do in terms of contributions to the enhancement of a child's life.
no, other than pay and your paw, you're there much like fences, right? When Troy just came home, put the check down, that's all he was expected to do.
Just give me the money, nigga.
Give me the money, yeah.
Just give me the money, nigga.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Shout out to Volcanus, man. Appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to Volcanus, man. Appreciate that. Let us move on with this short bus shit.
Passport bros. They're allegedly getting passports and traveling to different countries to find mates, women to marry. Well, I'm a mother of 4 sons, and one of my sons married a woman from Spain. And I'm here to tell you she is the most precious person in the world. Well, women in America have grown so entitled and so demanding that they think they can do anything they want to do and get away with it, treat a man any way they want to treat him. I'm going to encourage my other sons who are not married to get a passport.
You see, moms with sons, they get it. And I think we're going to see a lot more of this, of moms kind of silently in private telling their sons, hey, maybe go look for a woman in a different country.
I agree.
But as soon as you say some shit like this to a contemporary American woman, they're going to say, oh, you're trying to drag women back to the Stone Age. You're trying to keep them barefoot and pregnant in the house. There's no reason why women should actually cater to you and do things to you that are nice and treat you like a human being. You need to be treated like the ATM machine you truly are.
What you got? Where you gonna go, Kunta?
So, I mean, you know, the idea is that, look, man, the dating market is expanded because of technology and, also because of social media and people understanding that there are options, you know. So the mating market is international now.
Yeah. It's global competition for mates.
And it's true that a lot of these women come from countries that aren't so-called sophisticated and developed as America.
Yeah.
But I would remind you that there are pockets of America that are fucking just as terrible infrastructurally as any third world country, man.
Yeah, but Spain is a first world country. It's not a third world country.
Correct. That's definitely the case, okay? But there's still a different kind of culture, even in European countries.
Yes.
That's different than the culture that exists here. Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. This feminism in the States are on steroids to the point where white men can't stand it anymore.
And my principal issue with feminism in and of itself is that these women don't really want to change the basic structure of the society. They don't.
No.
Okay. All they want is token representation for their own demographic. Like where men existed, plug, an equal or a proportionate amount of women into the structure, and then that'll make things fair. Okay. We want women representation in extant institutions. And I think that initially the idea was, more radical than it is now, but it's become like a kind of commercial boss bitch feminism, okay? That's the paramount form of it. And fuck that shit, man. I'm just saying, fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, and there was an author, I think it was Chris Williams, actually interviewing this author that wrote a book about marriage, right? It said a lot of so-called liberals or lefties actually talk left and live right. In other words, they live like a conservative.
Of course they do, man. Like, bro. Ain't no way, bruh. I know a whole bunch of white leftists, man. And them motherfuckers, they live like conservatives, bro. Mm-hmm. That's just a fact, bruh. What's up, Doc Johnson, man? Tell them to hit that like button, man. Tell them to make a small donation, man. Stop fucking around, man. No, shout out to Dr. Johnson, man. Let's move on to the next one, though.
I mean, you got 100+ men telling you here that they prefer women to have lower body
all
counts.
of them are delusional.
This is the quintessential example of what I mean when I say female standards are respected and supposed to be adhered to, whereas male standards are considered delusional. Let me ask you a question. Would you say that in general, most women prefer a man taller than themselves?
Yeah, that's true.
Would it be fair to say that in general, women prefer a man that makes more money than them?
Yes, I guess some, yeah.
In general. Would it be fair to say that women want a guy that is more confident and ambitious than themselves?
Yeah, those things, yes.
Okay, what if I said that women are delusional for these inherent standards?
I don't think it's delusional to have those standards.
Stop the show right there. I don't think it's delusional that they want women that have low body counts.
Yeah, but why?
Hold on,
What is the
stop the show.
reason?
Stop.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with women in terms of thinking that like they want a man to make sacrifices for them. They really actually demand it.
Yeah.
But no man wants to sacrifice for a fucking whore. I'm sorry. They just don't want to do it, man.
Well, a couple 100,000 years of human history have taught you that it's not a good idea.
Here's the thing that you just said. You said this during the first clip.
Okay.
I'm supporting the woman because she's supporting my children.
Yes.
I'm giving her my energy. I love her because of the capacity that she has to extend my genetic existence through other beings, namely children, my progeny, right, throughout time. So the reason I honor her and uplift her and carry her is because she carries my line.
Yes.
But if you have a woman out here who's fucking anybody, that's not carrying on the line. Like a man wants a woman who is going to honor him and be dedicated to the buttressing of his lineage. And to him also. But how can you even begin to get that kind of loyalty and love if you got a woman who's fucking, erotic attention is just everywhere. It's haphazard.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, even a man, with a high body count, me and you, Doc, we've been in the streets, man, a little bit. I'm not saying how much. We've been in the streets a little bit, right? Even as a man, okay, you can only have so many relationships without being jaded, okay? Sooner or later, it's going to get to you, okay? So have a woman is more vulnerable emotionally and has to bond together. Okay, you're asking for trouble to get a woman like that. High body count women, and I've had them, okay, they have to be handled differently. Okay, so saying that it doesn't matter, I would make it different. I had both. Okay,
I forgot what song Nas said. He just basically said, "You're a fool if your main chick is easy to fuck." Let me find. Hold on. You're a fool if your main chick is easy. Nas. Yeah, he said, okay, so the life we choose, or life we chose. He says, hard fucking with niggas you hope you can trust. You a fool if your main bitch is easy to fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you got money. Is these hoes greedy or what? Shit's devious. Ex-friends wanting you stuck.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just Nas. But that line resonated with me even long ago. I'm like,
yeah, it's true.
Who wants a chick? Who wants his crown jewel when he walks with her in public and she bears his children, like other men saying, yeah, I fucking long dicked her too.
Yeah.
I smashed her too. Everywhere you go, your lady is known for being engaged in dastardly, slovenly deeds with multiplicities of men. No man wants that shit.
Unless you're a dude down there in the muck and mire with her.
Yeah, well, put it this way:
a gangster dude wants to gangster,
I guess, man. My whole thing is it's one thing that to have fun and to be engaged in fun with a chick. It's another thing to think about. Okay, well, this is my wife. This might be your jump off. Your jump off ain't your wife.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool like to fuck with the superhead, but I ain't gonna make superhead into wifey.
Not if you value your reputation, because your wife's supposed to protect your reputation.
Now, Superhead might be cool to have a story about. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, Superhead will knock your socks off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But she's been married twice though.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, more power to her. Somebody
to some high value men too. So it's like you know.
Man, Superhead. Everybody like, damn. She gave me some head too. It's fire head.
She wrote 2 books. Okay.
Telling everything, telling everybody what she did.
Tell everybody what she did, who she did it with. Unless you just want to be in that number, say, okay, well, hey, I'm right along with Shaq and everybody else because my wife was chose them too. So.
Look, Ad Media say don't talk about Sexy Red like that. But just think about it. Who wants Sexy Red to be his wife, man?
I don't know. What the old folks say, there's somebody for everybody.
Man, couldn't be me, man.
I heard that.
Couldn't be me. Let's push on, man.
The reason why so many Caucasian women are willing to be seen with black men even though they don't like black people is because you are a fetish for her and you're the only man she can exercise control over. The white woman ain't ruling a white man because he runs the society. But a black man, oh, I can control him. Look at Tiger Woods. That white woman divorced Tiger Woods. She took $1 billion of his estate. Tiger Woods' ex-wife was a nanny. She a billionaire now.
It was 125. Okay, who's counting?
Yeah, man. Look, women are just divorcing men in this culture in general. It ain't just black dudes. White women, they get in the bag. They created the culture of divorce. Yeah, and, separating and splitting from their men. Like Jeff Bezos, think about it, man. He turned a woman into a billionaire overnight.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, this idea that, only, white women fetishize black men. I'm pretty sure some of that goes down. I'm not saying it doesn't, but a lot of these white women are chasing the bag too, man.
Oh yeah, just like black women are, right? I tell you this: if it was a black woman swinging that golf club instead of a white woman, Tiger Woods would not be here today.
Yeah.
Because as much as he cheated on his wife. So.
Yeah, she'd have killed his ass. Put some hot grits on his ass. He'd be barely able to raise his hand above his shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
You had women try to kill dudes for less.
But man, this guy, Dr. Umar, man, refuses. He's dick policing is what he is, man.
He's what I used to call it. I used to call it what is it? Hotepping, okay. I used to call it hotepping for pussy, okay. And now he's hotepping for money. He's catering to the female because in the pro-black and the conscious community circle, the funds actually flow to the female. So if the females don't contribute to you, you're a broke dude in that arena, and he knows it. So he's
preacher pimping is what you're saying he's doing.
He's preacher pimping. He's Derek Jackson in the dashiki. That's what he is.
God damn, man.
And this is coming from a brother that interviewed the brother I interviewed the brother 3 times, so I know what I'm talking about.
Damn. So you interviewed Umar a couple of times. Well,
Yep. As far as his profession, as far as being a child psychologist,
right.
None better. Okay, but this I know what he's doing. Okay, this is about Derek Jackson for money. So he's trying. He's what the black women really want, and we know this is what they're trying to do is corral the black men in America to actually stay where they are, because guess what? Ain't nobody gonna check for black women like this. Ain't nobody gonna wife them up because the way they've been trained. Okay, they're opposite to everybody else. We're the only group of men that can actually put up with them.
Man, it's hard to put up with some of these chicks, man. This is really difficult, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, at least white women will feign like they love you and respect you. I mean, at least they'll, before they take you to the fucking cleaners. These chicks are like, fuck you. I'm taking you from the cleaners from day one. Like, damn, you no Vaseline, huh?
It is. The gynocracy, man, is situated to put women in charge, man. And they like their position, so and they want to keep their men where they are.
Crazy, man. Let's move on to the next one, bro.
There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls.
What do you think about that, man?
Facts. I think social media's kind of changed things a bit. But for the most part, it's still that we're on a social media platform, and they still control what is seen and heard to a degree. So it's still there. And he's right. Okay, it just shifted hands. You might have a little bit more freedom because you know about the social contract. You got a little bit more freedom. The thing is that it's still ran the same way it's always been run by the big people on top.
Bro, this is why I say there's some people who are so brainwashed by the system and like they're so caught up on ideology that if you bring anything up like distributive justice, the first thing they'll start doing is talking about like Thomas Sowell or some shit like that, or like Walter Williams and how, or then they'll bring up like the Chicago School of Economics and Milton Friedman and all of this bullshit. I'm like, bro, look here, bro. It still is the case that as it pertains to the political system in this country, but of course they don't think the politics is important, right? Because what's really important is your ability to start a business, to find some allocation in the market and to get rich. Yeah. And then you can do what all the other rich people are doing, okay? Mm-hmm. Which is, exploit everybody else. And I guess, they think that they have the potential to become like one of the big players or something like this. I'm like, dude. And it's really funny though, because like people in like the middle class are like big advocates of this shit.
They think they're gonna get their turn.
Bro, the likelihood that you're gonna get your turn actually be like a big wig, a fat cat, somebody who's actually able to have political influence over lobbyists. To be able to control public discourse through, steering or nudging the media in a specific kind of way, man, dude, you're not there, bro. Yeah. Okay. And you're getting raped for your taxes, bro. Whereas rich people are finding ways to circumvent paying taxes, man. Okay. And like your boy told you, Trump just came out and told you the shit. Like, look, I don't pay taxes like everybody else does. I don't have to.
He doesn't have to. Yeah, he's honest about that kind of stuff. Sometimes to a fault.
I'm a capitalist. I can find shelters to hide my money. And the Democrats are in on this shit too. It was your people who created this law. Thank you, by the way, for that.
And there is value in somebody that doesn't give a fuck. Okay.
Yeah, this is true, because sometimes, like people love candor, especially from politicians who are perceived as not being candid enough, kind of being duplicitous as it pertains to like just being open, and true. So
that's part of the job description. But especially when it comes to the Prussian schools, as we're talking about, it was actually invented to actually train workers and soldiers. Those two things. So unless you get an elite education, somebody like you that got an elite education, okay, that's what they're training you. You were actually trained to be a leader. Okay, most of us actually trained to be soldiers and workers.
Right. And this last thing, is not really any kind of it's nothing really to say. It's just something to observe. And before I show it, I just want to say, where are all the clamoring women who are trying to take on these jobs? Since they want parity in the job market, are you fucking rushing to do some shit like this?
Yeah, it's about as dangerous as it gets.
Man, can you imagine trying to weld? You got a welding rod in your hand over a fucking body over the ocean?
Over the ocean. Why it's moving? Okay.
First of all, how do you even get a good weld on some shit like that? It's virtually impossible. Okay, that's just crazy as hell, man. But
even been on a ship like that, man. And this, I talked to fishermen. Like I used to know a guy who's actually a commercial fisherman, right? And he would tell you, okay, if you get washed over, by that wave, they're not going to find you.
Yeah, bro.
They're not going to find you. Okay, they're not going to come back and come get you. They're not going to find you because your gear is going to fill up with water. It's going to sink you down below you. They'll find your body maybe 2 weeks later. That's how dangerous that stuff actually is, being on that ocean like that.
Right. And look, I am a certified welder myself, man. And what Compassionate and Calla says about this, welding standing up perfectly still is hard. He's not lying. Creating the perfect puddle, and it all depends on what kind of method you're using and what kind of rod you're using, 60-10, 60-11, 60-13, whatever the case may be. That shit ain't easy, man. Okay? But I'm pretty sure that what the kind of welding he's doing is false work, to I guess, to get ready to make a structure more solid, just to start it off, but like, I mean, you can't, like, there's no way, man, that you're going to weld that and that's supposed to be something that holds a structure up. That's not going to happen, man. So creating false work more than likely. So, but anyway, having said all that, you can see the Stream Elements link for the watch party to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Please join us if you'd like. We're just gonna. Excalibur is the guy who asked me to do this. He's like, man, look, can you please do this? I'm like, yeah, man, I'll do that, man. I'll go ahead and take a stab at this and see what it's about, man. I have not. I'm honest about this. I have not seen it, so I will be seeing it for the first time as we watch it.
Yeah, did you see the movie? The because this is actually a remake.
Yeah, I've seen the movie. Okay, with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Yeah, I have seen that. Okay. I guess it was an entertaining movie. I guess to some degree. I just, it was a rom-com or some kind of.
Yeah. Take off on a rom-com. Yeah.
Then throw in some action and
some comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Hurricane Greg, man. Appreciate, he said a taco stand test. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, man. So I guess it's about time for us to move over and to do that.
Okay.
But thank you for the people who are beginning to support me on Patreon. It means a lot. I know a lot of people are just used to my presence here on YouTube, but we're trying to build this thing up on Patreon. And eventually what I would like to do is to begin making long form videos, pre-recorded videos on YouTube, because I just don't have well, I could do more live streaming. Of course, I could definitely do that. I mean, it's something I'm used to. But I just, I feel like I'm stuck there. You know what I mean? And I think I got to move beyond that.
And I think even though you're good at live streaming, I think you would probably be better suited as far as long form pre-recordeds.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I do believe that. And then I want to counter argue some points that I see typically made in the BreadTube community. They need to be countered. The left needs internal criticism, okay? And I'm not all the way left, but I mean, to some degree, I am a left because I believe in distributive justice, okay? But this attachment, like with recognition and distributive justice and, all the proselytizing, the grandstanding, the virtue signaling, and, the demand that people do the work, I'm thinking to myself, like, what fucking work are you talking about? I don't understand what the work means. Do the work. Like, what does that actually mean? And I think I know what the answer to it is. It means being obsequious to people who consider themselves to be more oppressed than you are. That's all it is. Being like genuflecting and kind of like, being apologetic, being contrite. Okay, that's what doing the work means. Okay, admitting guilt and kind of publicly displaying it, and then coming up and stepping up for those people who are like so-called more oppressed than you are because you're privileged. Acknowledging your privilege. I mean, I just think that's theater, man. This mother, like a person like FD Signifier and a lot of those guys over there, they're getting fucking paid, man, big fucking dollars, man.
Yeah.
For basically engaging in recognition politics.
Yeah. Leftist entertainment. That's really what it is.
So, I commiserate with some of the left to some degree, okay? But some of the shit that they're pulling over there, man, is absolute fucking nonsense, okay? And, I don't really think they're actually leftists, to be honest, okay? The left has lost the left is not radical anymore. The left is just on some milquetoast bullshit. The politics of recognition is not leftist politics, really.
Wow, okay.
It's not.
Okay.
And they get to actually sidestep the real work, okay, associated with the traditional left by engaging in, this recognition theater, which is all it is, okay? Because, like, how much time is actually spent talking about, like, the shit that traditional leftists would talk about? They don't fucking talk about it. All they talk about is gender politics and some shit like that. Like, bro, that shit is so old, man. And my whole argument is this. In the same way that post-colonialism won't work if you just plug natives into the positions that white people formulated when they had colonies. In the same way that won't work. Mm-hmm. Plugging women into positions traditionally held by men won't work in order to bring about justice either. Or plugging gay people in, or plugging trans people in. The shit won't fucking work. Okay? So the same kind of post-colonial era that, many people from different, nation states have made, it's the same mistake that these people are making. So I rest on that. I know I'm real. I know I'm accurate. Okay.
Oh, you are accurate. The thing is, you need to go into the deep red another time. So you probably don't have time to really go into. Read your.
For sure. Well, shout out to Dub Will, but shout out to Kobe 42. He says, when you study the system and are not distracted by parties, you have better clarity with what's happening around you. The observer is the person that the system truly fears. And that's yes, sir. Here, sir. And shout out to Hurricane. Well, I already shouted him out, but shout out to Dub Will. He says tithes and offerings. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you, sir. And shout out to Kelan, who hit me up on the Cash App, man. Appreciate that, my brother.
Heard that. Support your scholar, okay? Support your scholars.
Yeah, man. I mean, we take hits here, but ultimately, a lot of people in this space are anti-intellectual, man. And
ooh, yeah, say that again, black man.
Yeah, a lot of people here are anti-intellectual. I mean, but they consider themselves to be of superb intellect, and when they encounter people who kind of check them and test them, they don't like the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
no, they do not.
and look, I don't have a problem with a person disagreeing with me. It's just the means or the manner in which you engage in the disagreement. And then
it's very hard to teach people that disagree with you, that want to debate you. I cannot teach you while I'm debating you. It doesn't work that way.
And not only that, like, just motherfuckers act like they don't like public confrontation and shit like that, like to drum up ratings in this space. That's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
A lot of you motherfuckers don't really want to resolve conflict. You want to create conflict so you can utilize it in order to make money and create a fucking circus out of the space, man. That's what you niggas really like to do, man. I can prove that shit. Cause I got your messages and shit. I got messages from multiple motherfuckers, man. Multiple motherfuckers, man. I haven't even shown it because I think it's so fucking trite and bull. I think it's so fucking pusillanimous, if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But I got messages from these niggas basically saying, we should be able to make money from this controversy.
Oh boy, yeah, I've heard that.
Or not only that, or I don't want to settle it. I wanted to be out in front. Type of shit. So niggas ain't sincere, man. Motherfuckers ain't being real, man. Niggas love to fucking play like a high school joning games and shit like that.
Yeah.
But where I'm from, man, that joning shit will get you popped in your fucking head. It'll get your brain box polka dotted. I'm just keeping it real, okay?
If you've been about that life, then you know that it don't work that way.
Niggas around here, you get laughed at too hard, motherfuckers. Okay, all right, boy. Okay, cool.
like in New Orleans, they say, "Don't be here when I get back."
You bought it. That boy right there bought it. That boy right there bought it.
Yeah. Don't, man. I tell you, don't be here when I get back, boy.
That boy right there bought it, boy. Shout out to Black Soul King, man. He said, "Salute to your work, brothers. Semper Fidelis Familia." Shout out, man. Shout out to that brother, man. Look, all I'm saying is, man, look, man. I'm not trying to do this shit for controversy, man. When I say shit, I mean what I say, man, and I say what I mean, you know. And a lot of motherfuckers don't really like that. It is what it is. I mean, if I think you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can I go overboard? Of course I can. But man, come on, man. Like at the end of the day, man, some of the shit that happens here could be avoided, man. It's a fact. But niggas want to get it. Niggas like you call it cockroach shit. It is, man. Like it's wino. It's cockroach shit, man.
And they feed off the crumbs of the manosphere to make content. That's what they do.
But anyway, man, let's get on to the real deal, man. Shout out to y'all brothers, man. Appreciate you for coming, and see you here next Saturday, man.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time for us to get over into this other side.
Yeah. And please join us on the other side for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we're actually going to do a review of it and have a watch party. So show up and show out, okay?
Show up, show out, man. Here we go. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to leave it to you one more time. Holler at you later, man. And become a member of the Patreon, man. Trying to build that up, okay? $5 holler is all it takes to get you there, okay?
That's all it takes.
Holler at you later, man. Peace.
Peace.